There are days that we come across that we are met with seemingly insurmountable odds. Days where we question just about everything. What's right, what's wrong, what's black, what's white. There are days where the struggle is very, very real. And the thing of it is that battle is not forged by an outside source. That battle comes from within. Because a lot of times, we are our own worst enemy. We overthink, we overanalyze, we overcompensate for the things in our life that may not be going exactly according to plan. Because people respond differently when they're faced with adversity. And it's real easy to sit there and point the finger of blame to everybody else. But what happens when that real struggle comes from within? That's when we got to start being honest with ourselves. That's when we got to look at the one person that can make or break what we do, what our happiness level is, where our successes come from, and everything under the sun. What happens when our greatest challenge is ourselves? Because I firmly believe that when we are our own worst enemy, we are more willing to just let everything happen the way that it should, and that's just going to be the end of it. I guess I just take a different approach at it. Ultimately, you're going to have to get real with yourself. Ultimately, you need to figure out, you need to be 100% honest as to what it is that you want out of life. Because I don't know anybody that wants to go through life being miserable, being unhappy, being in midst of turmoil all the time. In order to overcome any kind of obstacle, you got to get on the same page with yourself. Mind, body, and soul. And sometimes you're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself dead straight in the eyes, and have one of those moments where there is that form of clarity. Because on the inside, we are all struggling with something. We're struggling with a setback. We're struggling with an addiction. We are struggling with something within ourselves. And with that comes a constant battle. One that can be the most damning one that you've ever been a part of or that you will ever be a part of. Because a lot of times, the one person that we have the hardest time being honest with is the person that you're looking at in the mirror. Because the fact of the matter is that you can BS just about anybody that you want to, but you're not going to BS yourself. What is it that you want out of life? That seems to be the $1 million question, right? Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a want, a dream, a goal, but are you willing to work for it? Because when if you are struggling with your inner self, nobody else really knows. Oftentimes, go on down life what it is, pretend like everything is okay. Just because you don't want to have to face in your heart of hearts failure, you know that it's not. That's being honest with yourself. There are going to be days where you embark on your goals, on your dreams, on whatever the case may be, and you're going to hit a roadblock. You're going to be struggling. You're going to do everything to try to get to where you want to be. But that one hiccup, that one roadblock, that one setback, oftentimes is enough to knock you off the path. We've talked about this. This is where you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself dead straight, dead in the eyes, and figure out what it is that you truly want. How hard are you willing to work to get to where you want to be? How hard are you willing to work in order to beat the demons? How long, how hard are you willing to work in order to get over this hump, to get over this challenge? Ultimately, that's really up to you, because nobody really knows what you want out of life other than you. See, we can put on all the displays that we want. We can put on all of the brave faces and things of this nature, but the fact of the matter is, on the inside, you're still going to know whether or not you're being honest with yourself. Addiction can be one of those things that define who you are. So what if we shifted our focus of addiction? Instead of letting the addiction overrule and control our lives, why do we not try to use that as our motivation to better ourselves and subsequently better those who are in and around our most personal parts of our lives? And I realize a lot of this is easier said than done, but this is where willpower comes into play. You can sit here all day long and come up with all the excuses under the sun. The fact of the matter is, it won't get you to where you want to be. And that's where it starts. You got to figure out where you want to be. Do you really want to better your situation? Do you want to better your life? Sometimes you're going to have to make some pretty damn hard choices. It may be a change of lifestyle. It may be a change in the people you hang around with. It may be a number of different uncomfortable conversations that you're going to have with that person that is staring at you in the mirror. You know, the one person that you're not going to be able to bullshit. Now, I firmly believe that in this day and age, there's enough distractions out there that we don't have to face our fears, face our challenges, face our worries, and above all else, face the things that are dragging us down, that won't let our heads come up above water. I don't give a rat's ass what it is. Drugs, alcohol, whatever the case may be. Yeah, they may have a lock on you right now, but it doesn't have to be like that for the rest of your life. Look to the ones that ultimately have your best interest at the forefront. Nobody ever said that doing anything worthwhile is going to be easy. Because as we've said before, anything that's easily handed to you is easily taken away. There will be nights where you question everything. There will be nights where you feel like you just have nowhere to go. You've hit rock bottom. Doesn't have to be that way. But the silver lining here is if you have hit rock bottom, there's only one place to go, and that's up. It's not going to happen all at one time. It's not going to happen in one shot. It's going to be a process. But in order to get on the right path of this process, you need to do some serious self-evaluation. You want to kick that addiction's ass? We need to form a plan. Here's plan 1. Get away from the people that allow that kind of negativity, that kind of stranglehold, that kind of addiction, the ones who bring that crap to your life. Get them the hell out of the picture. I don't care who they are to you. They're obviously doing you no good. And sometimes that sucks. But in order for you to gain real personal happiness, that's going to have to be step 1. And if you need help, if you need assistance, if you need some sort of motivation, use those people in your life that are of a positive resource. Don't let ego get in the way that you think that you can just handle everything that life throws at you on your own. Because clearly, that is not always the case. If that was the case, you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in now. Tough choices and commitment and dedication, hard work, these are the things that are going to get you back above water. It's going to allow you to take step by step by step to the point to where eventually you are going to be at the top of the mountain. And when you get to that top of the mountain and you happen to look down, you're going to see all the naysayers. You're going to see all of that negativity wallowing around at ground level. It's at ground level for a reason. Meanwhile, you're going to continue to flourish. You are going to continue to improve. You are going to continue to make these strides for you to become the person that you ultimately want to be. And in turn, you become the person that those who care about you, those who love you, you become the person that they want you to be. Happy. What a concept. So if I had the bottom line, it's like this. In order to get any kind of success, you're going to have to make the choices. You're going to have to make the commitment. And ultimately, the level of your success rides solely on you. Do you want to be successful? Or do you want to be a sad statistic? This is one of those cases where ultimately it's in your hands. What are you going to do?